everyone, and welcome to another episode of Between Two Foxes. Although today is really between four foxes because I'm joined by three Marist students, each of whom have participated in an attachment course, a course with a travel component, a really unique element of the Marist academic experience. Each year, Marist offers about 15 such courses. This year, courses will be taught in places such as Ghana, South Korea, Iceland, Ireland, Portugal, and even a class on civil rights in the American South. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So it's really great to see you again because, as you remember, I joined you for a couple days on your trip last year. Why don't we start by you telling the audience who you are and which course you took?
So my name is Patrick Gay. I'm a political science major, and last spring I went to London for Criminal Justice's Law and Society.
I'm Sheridan Spate. I'm class of 2025. I'm a political science and economics major, and I went to the Greeks and Democracy class in Greece back in spring of 2024.
I'm Gabby Gano. I'm class of 2026, and I took the Shakespeare in London class, which was, of course, in London.
So tell us a little bit about the motivation for taking the course that you did.
I would say for two main reasons. First being that the class was held in London, and the second being the class itself. It's focused on law and international relations, which are both fields that I'm very interested in.
I loved the idea of being able to go 2 weeks for somewhere and still get that really cool immersive abroad experience, being able to hands-on learn about Greek democracy and the birthplace of democracy, but not have to go there for an entire semester.
Mine is also quite similar. The subject matter was super interesting to me. Shakespeare has been a point of personal interest for myself, and so getting to study it in such a historic city was really appealing to me.
So tell me how the travel component helps you understand the course material even better.
Throughout the semester in my class, we were learning a lot about Socrates, Plato, a lot of the kind of original teachings that American democracy is very much based on. So just being in the atmosphere, being hands-on, going to all the museums, going to all the archaeological sites, it was basically all of the places that we were reading about in the books.
Well, with Shakespeare, he lived and worked in London for the majority of his career and at the height of his career. And so being able to be there and see the influences, all of the historic landmarks and the Globe Theater, all of the big influences on his work and his life were very important.
So I'm glad I got to join you for a couple of plays in London at the replica of the actual Globe Theater. It really felt like we were in the late 16th century, early 17th century. Did you have that same feeling?
Yes, absolutely. And especially for the production of Much Ado About Nothing, because I stood up against the stage, I was front row, and that is very reminiscent of how a lot of the middle or working class would view his plays in the time that they were put on.
We spent a lot of time talking about courts and knife crime and different types of crime within criminal justice inside London. Now, going to London itself and speaking to the professionals, whether it be lawyers or police officers or visiting courthouses, it really brought the experience to life.
You actually got to see some live court sessions as well.
It's definitely a little bit different. The wigs are definitely a misnomer a little bit, but yes, we got to see the live court sessions, and that was a very valuable experience.
So tell me, what was the best part of the experience?
I would say definitely just the friendships that I've made. I connected with so many people that I wouldn't have been able to just around campus, and all of them are still very close friends to me, and we still get together and share memories from London. So that is one of the major highlights for me.
Obviously, all the hands-on experience when it comes to courts and speaking to professionals in the field, but also visiting London itself. There's a lot of cultural destinations to go to, and it was a really good opportunity to be able to do that.
For me, my favorite part was when we got to visit the Hellenic Parliament. We only got to go to the historical artifact room and then one of their chambers. We did get to speak to a member of their parliament, which was also really cool.
All right, now's the time for the lightning round. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
What was the best meal you ate?
Probably the Indian food, to be honest, in London is really, really good.
It's fantastic.
Mine was the Greek salad. I love it. Just tomatoes, cucumbers, onion, olives, feta cheese, my favorite.
Same here as in Greece.
Not the same here.
Okay,
They put lettuce in it here, and I don't like it with the lettuce.
Not to be generic, but fish and chips at a pub, a very iconic British pub, that was definitely my favorite.
So, design your own travel course. What are you studying? Where are you going?
I would definitely go to Ireland, and I would probably study like writing or literature in some way.
We have had that course before, and let's keep an eye out for it.
I would probably say World War II history in Germany or France.
I would say World War II history in Japan.
Oh.
Wow. So you're going to have to co-teach this course.
You might have to. I like that idea.
All right, now we have a surprise for you. So these courses are a lot of fun, the travel's great, but they're really for learning. We want to test a little bit to see how much learning you actually did when you were over there. So we've summoned your professors and we've asked them to ask you a question, and we're going to see how you do. Are you ready for this?
Oh
Okay.
no.
I hope so.
All right, Patrick, we're going to start with you. Your question is from Associate Professor of Criminal Justice, Julie Rains. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
We walked the haunting grounds of this infamous serial killer who menaced the streets of Whitechapel in the late 1800s.
That's got to be Jack the Ripper.
Oh, I'm sorry. The answer is, who is Jack the Ripper?
This is Jeopardy. I apologize. Who is Jack the Ripper?
Correct. All right, Sheridan, your question is from Associate Professor of Political Science, Lynn Eckert. Are you ready?
Yes.
Back in ancient Athens, where would you go to grab a bite to eat, maybe stroll a little bit, hear some gossip, and get into some deep philosophical conversations?
What is the Agora Market?
Correct. Well done.
Yay.
So, Gabby, Professor of English Richard Gradell has retired, so I'm going to ask a question for him. I understand your favorite performance is Much Ado About Nothing, so I've got a quote for you. Which character said, "I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear that he loves me"?
Who is Beatrice?
Correct. Well done.
My favorite female Shakespeare characters.
All right, since I joined you all over there, I've got some questions for you as well. Sheridan, I'm going to start with you. The day we hiked the Parthenon, hot day or the hottest day?
I would say the hottest. It was insane, and it was also out in the sun, no clouds whatsoever. Very bad.
So, Patrick, would you ever wear one of those barrister wigs that we saw on our tour?
You know what? No, it's not really a great style choice, I would say. But also, I would just think it's so smelly and itchy. I wouldn't want to do that, no.
So, Gabby, you laughed during the entire performance of Much Ado About Nothing. The other play that I saw with you was Richard III. Not very good at understanding Shakespeare, so I have to ask, was Richard III a comedy too? Because I didn't see a lot of people laughing.
No, it is definitely not a comedy. It is categorized as one of Shakespeare's historical plays, which he wrote about real historical figures in England.
Yeah, murders, death,
Lots of murder, lots of
jealousy.
death. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a lot of good stuff was going on there. All right, that's all the time we have today on Between
Well,
Two
wait,
Foxes.
wait, that's not fair. I have to ask you a question.
You want to ask me a question?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
So, you won on all three of our attachments. Which one was your favorite?
You know, I'm really good at answering this question. They are all my favorite. I enjoyed all three of them. It was a pleasure to join them with you. I love attachment courses. They're such a special part of Marist, and it was great that I was able to join all three of you. But yours was the best.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so now that's really all the time we have. Thank you for joining me on Between Four Foxes. Until next time.
Go Red Foxes!